Okay, we're picking back up. Now we're walking back on the Holly Pond Fairview Road. Kind of cut through the Holly Pond Cemetery, kind of a little tour. Just like one portion of it. But kind of going towards the little town of Holly Pond. You know, this is where I went to school, graduated from. And much hasn't really changed since when I was there. You know, it's a one red light town. You know, and it was put in like in 1994, not like 1992 or 93. The red light was put in. So if you ever come by on Highway 278 on your way from Coleman on your way to Gadsden, Alabama, you'll pass right through it. Probably won't be stopped at the red light, but if you are, you know, it's really just a town. You know, a lot of people may just blink and miss it, but it has a neat little history to it. You know, I really do appreciate you know, my experience here when I went to school, and you know, a lot of lifelong friends from this area. You know, but kind of walk through here. I'm not sure. Probably will skip the park for right now. I mentioned the Holly Pond Public Pool. I kind of like to walk up there and show you, but I kind of like to get past the school too. So what I'll do is I'm gonna keep going straight, and then I'll come back another day and just pick up with the park. And watch me say that, and I do the exact opposite I just told you I was going to do. Okay, get over here. Alright, a little bit busier. Right now, we have picked up at 7:24 right now. So the traffic has picked up a little bit. Pretty quiet little town, but I think today I'll just walk the path I took all those years going to get a haircut. You know, I'll walk that path and I'll come back by and capture other things like the Holly Pond Park and library and stuff. But they used to have a public pool up here where the tennis courts were, and you know, it got filled in around the year 2000, around 2000. They filled it in, but I have a neat little newspaper article about the opening day. It was July of 1975, and it has a picture of 3 kids diving in as the first kids to ever dive into the pool. The official ribbon cutting that day. But I'll go into that when I kind of walk around the park. It'd be like a 5-minute video, but I don't want to keep on going straight for right now. I've done really good on timing. It's taking me just a little bit over an hour to get here, so it's not bad at all. Well, across that tree, the kind of ruins of an old house, you know, is an old teacher used to live there. Her name was Miss Keaton, and she was a second grade teacher when I was going there, and she had a neat little house. You know, it was always a neat little house, kind of, you know, porch. But now, just as you can see, kind of just kind of, it was a well built house. And we'll get past this tree and I'll show you a little bit. Kind of right there. But yeah, kind of sad to see it have to be destroyed, but you know, houses don't last forever without a lot of upkeep. Having to get off the road a little bit. Since we got to the town of Holly Pond, the traffic has picked up tremendously, so I'm kind of having a walk over here on the side. But as you can see over there is the Holly Pond football field. It's a pretty day. Really nice day. I always try to plan these walks and stuff where it'll be good weather, but today, a lot of times it doesn't pan out. You get, when you plan your walk or hike, the Weather Channel app says it's going to be good weather, you know, a few days out, then you plan, and then the day of, it's like 90% chance of thunderstorms. But today is one of the days it did work out here. Sorry about the camera panning like kind of crazy there. I switched hands and it kind of fumbled the handoff there, the baton passing. But we're getting close to ending our walk here. We're getting close to where Mr. Little had his barber shop here, and you'd come get your hair cut and get filled in. Very Andy Griffith type environment in that barber shop, like Floyd's barber shop on the Andy Griffith show. You know, come in, just have conversation. Not really, so, you know, a little bit, not really get filled in the news. I guess you could call it gossip, but you know, not really talking about anybody, but just talking about events and stuff and what people are doing with their life and getting caught up. But it just really reminds me of that barbershop of Floyd's barbershop from Andy Griffith's show. But you know, I guess this is a good trial run for doing some town and city walks. you know, I'm used to the trail where I may not see anybody for miles. And now here, you're having to dodge traffic and stuff. It's, you know, different. You have to get used to the people, the stares of people driving by, like, what are you doing with the camera? But, oh, all right, so this right here, we made it to the town of Holly Pond. This won't be an exhaustive tour because my battery is getting kind of low. I usually carry a spare, but over in that building beyond that church, a little white building, is where Mr. Little had his barbershop. That was the Floyd's barbershop at Holly Pond. But now it's Mr. Little's shop. It's just an empty building now. Kind of really do miss his barbershop there. It was just so much fun coming up here and getting your hair cut. But we'll take the school road right here. And there's the elementary playground. But here's a little school road, cut through road. And over there's a marathon station. And was the Holly Pond Cafe. Don't know if it's open or not. Because if it's open, it should be doing breakfast. But this walk is turning into a lot longer than I ever thought it would have been. But up there is the Holly Pond Supermarket, Chevron station, used to be. And that is the one red light of Holly Pond, folks, right there. If you ever traveled on 270 here and got stopped. But I'll walk down here, walk through the park a little bit and come out on the other side. Close to Jack's. You can see over here on the left the post office. And here is the town of Holly Pond Park, Memorial Park of Dane Estes. He used to be the mayor of Holly Pond, and he had a wheelchair. And part of the reasons why this little town has so many sidewalks is because of him. He wanted to move about, and he had polio as a child, I believe. I believe it was polio. And so he spent a large part of his life in a wheelchair, but he was the mayor, and he did get a lot of sidewalks in this little town. A lot of towns don't have that benefit of that. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty neat. Okay, we'll walk through the little park a little bit. Kind of neat little park. Hang on. Little gazebos and stuff, and little squirrel there. See the squirrel. I'll try to not pan back and forth so much, but not a bad way to come spend a day. Good place to come eat, like, you know, a little picnic or something. A really good place for that. And as I say that, there's little food remnants on the gazebo. But we'll walk out here to this little. Walk out here right quick. Kind of look around. Got the little built-in. So they need to kind of like a little pond right here. But you can see, might be able to change. I think, yeah, we'll have to go back out and get on the trail here. It's kind of pretty right here. Okay, kind of getting back on trail here. This right here. Oh, a little Broncos there. Apropos, because it is the Holly Pond Broncos mascot of the school. Little apartments over there, Holly Pond Apartments. Well, this did kind of turn into a little tour of the town of Holly Pond. So, got a little bit more content in today's video than I intended, which is great. I'll come back by another day and do the park, and a 5 to 7 minute video on the park, and put in that picture, that clip of the Holly Pond pool opening back in '75. It's like a squirrels, pigeon. It's not kind of neat little park. I honestly haven't been down here much in a lot of years. I haven't been down here very much. A few times before I moved away, but it's good to come back because it's kind of neat to see what. Kind of neat to see how it's kind of changed. I'll follow the trail out and back onto the road. But no, just speaking of Dane Estes, who this is a memorial park to, you know, kudos to him. He really got this little town. Probably has about 900 people in it. The town itself, not very big, very tiny. And as we can see, we continues the motif of the Broncos, which I explained is the mascot of the school here, Holly Pond Broncos. But kudos to Mr. Estes for getting all these sidewalks put in, because he got a lot of sidewalk coverage, you know, a lot of sidewalk coverage, this little town of not even 1,000 people, you know, just sidewalks, you know, you don't ever think about them being integral to your town or city's development, but, you know, I've worked in some cities that don't have good sidewalks, and a lot of people had motorized wheelchairs. They couldn't get to Walmart. They lived on the north side of town, and they were stuck on the north side of town. All they could go to was Dollar Generals and you know, one grocery store. But going to somewhere like Walmart in the south part of town, they'd have to get a ride, which for them, you know, they lived in, you know, public housing. Didn't really know anybody that had, you know, a lot of people that had cars, and so it was tough for them to get a ride. And the people that did, you know, charge them like $10 to take them 3 miles to Walmart. So you don't think about things like that, but I know, just, you know, if your town or city can afford it, do build a sidewalk system. It will really help those that really need it, you know, like Mr. Estes right there. You know, if he hadn't been mayor, we'd have got as much good sidewalk coverage in this town as possible. And as you can see, it's a Pure station now, not Chevron, Pure. But it's the Holly Pond Supermarket. Kind of coming up here. Yeah, you kind of see it. That's a nice little ATM. You know, a nice ATM cover for everything, but. And you see there's the town hall. It's about as big as the town itself. And Jack's up here. We'll walk up here to Jack's, and we'll call it a wrap. But speaking of the sidewalks right here is where we're going to start right here. All right, get on the sidewalk and call it a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.